Welcome back, guys. This is Thanks for Your Money, and we are going to play some PLO 25.50 on stars. So let's see how we roll. Pair of jacks. I think this is a fold. I think we can limp with this hand, not a great hand by any means. Here I think okay, I think we can play 2 tables. Come in a minute, let me check my cat. Okay. Yeah, so this is the worst hand on the deck, to be honest. This is very bad betting there, like pot. Okay, we have to call. This is I could try to stab though, but this is very he was probably going for a check raise, maybe with aces and the flash draw or something. I think we can call with good but not great hand. As you can see, the play is quite I think it's quite weak. You see a lot of weird stuff going on. This is could be a fold. It looks better than it really is, to be honest. And here we do not hold any diamonds, so we don't even want to stab there without diamonds. I don't think so. And I'm going to open one 50 cents one. We can call, it's kind of cheap. We're going to call, not particularly happy about our hand. I don't know what this guy is doing, to be honest. I think this is... Unfortunately, the run out was pretty bad there. Maybe I should have stabbed on the turn. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe I'm a bit results oriented though. I think we can open this. And now we're going to pot. We don't know. I think when the clubs open and he called a pot size bet, I think he's very likely to have clubs actually. What happened there? Oh. So we got lucky and we won. This looks... So he checked back. The ace is a very bad card, I think, because if he has one pair, I think he's just going to check back. If he has ace with something, I think we're beat. Well, we're obviously beat, so. He's betting 100% so far. Yeah, I mean, second pair, no flush draw, not even a gut shot or anything. It's 4-6-9. I think I'm going to open because the button is tight. So we hope to get the button, but it's a hand that so we're really getting a lot of trash here. 2-4-4-6. I folded that. I'm not sure. Could be a call, but I'm not sure what is the best plan over there. Here it's a clear call. You don't really want to 3-bet. I think that here I'm going to 3-bet because he's kind of aggressive, and here I have a 6, so here I think I can call one. Unfortunately, I don't think he has a straight draw. Otherwise, I don't want to see a clap. I'm not blocking claps, so I think this is pretty poor call in my opinion. So I think I'm going to explain the hand. Let's review it. Check. Now, I think that I probably want to fold. Ah, fuck me. Okay. And here, let's review this. This is kind of weird that I cannot see the flop. Okay. I 3-bet because he was opening very wide, so fuck me. The replay there is not working great though. So yeah, he raised. I 3-bet because he's opening very wide, so double suited kings are certainly a 3-bet. Maybe it's not a 3-bet against an early position raise from a tight guy. And here, check, check, check. I think I can check here. He only has 50 bucks. So in 2 streets, I think this is going all in. Anyway, if he has something like 7-8, this kind of player, I would expect him to bet. Anyway, here I check again. I really don't expect him to have 7-10 or 7-5. I think he would have bet those on the flop probably. Especially because something like 7-10, 7-5 also may have a 6, although I'm blocking 1-6, but may have a 9, and the 9 could be an out. Well, would certainly be an out, even if I have a 6. So something like 10, 7, 9, jack or something like that with the backdoor straight draw as well. I think this could be a bet on the flop. Well, anyway, he bets the turn, and here what I think is that he may have opened a flush draw, and if I go all in, there is 52 on the pot. He only has to put 40 more bucks, so 50, 90, 130. So he needs to have around 30% equity. When I check raise, the problem is though that I could be full. I could have 9s or 9-6, 8-6, something like that. So anyway, he decides to go all in, and he has queen, jack, jack deuce. I think this should be a fold. It's pretty unlikely that he's ahead. Maybe again something like 10 jack, queen, ace with the ace of clubs. I could go all in here, I guess. Yeah, something like 8, 9, 10 jack, 8, 9, 10, ace of clubs, 10 of clubs. I think I could go all in here. Well, anyway, he decides to call, and he has the 10 is not an out because I have a 10, so 2 jacks and the clubs, but not the king of clubs or the 10 of clubs. So he has 2 outs. So the 9 and 9 clubs, but not the 10 of clubs or the king of clubs. So they're like 20%. Okay, I come Navi. My cat is misbehaving. Okay. The good thing is that this big pot was in the 51, so could be a call. I'm not positive about that. Okay, I think this can be a 3-bet. Certainly against a button open. If he 4-bets, I'm going to call, obviously. I think I'm going to bet small here. I don't like this flop because there are so many hands he's going to continue here. 9, 10. I think he's only folding something like kings, jacks. Okay. But yeah, I think that it's kind of a cheap bluff, and but yeah, not exactly happy about that board. Okay, I think here we can. Should we limp? Okay, let's limp. Our hand is not great by any means. In fact, the book says to fold this hand, I think. Not great either. This is I'm following this starting hand, by the way. I think this is a great starting hand. 5, 6, 9 king. Let's open this. Not great by any means. On that position, I would have folded this, but I think that now I can bet one. 5, 6, 7. I think this is an easy fold there. I don't think he's folding a flush. I think against this player I'm really going to fold because he's not 3-betting at all. And king 6-4 against a 3-bet single suited. He's doing very poorly. Let's call one. Let's hope that they don't 3-bet as well. Six, 8, 9, 10. 8, 8, 8. Now I think we're winning, but I probably don't want to bet that. I think we can open one more table. Eight, 9, 10, king. Great hand. I mean, think someone raises us. We're out of here. This guy's this doesn't make any sense. On those spots. When you see someone checking flop and turn, I think we can check raise here because we have the two jacks, unless he has a straight or a set, which he shouldn't have too many sets there, or a flush draw. He's not going to call, so. And we may find folds from aces, kings, queens, or ace, king, queen, 5, something like that. So I think we can call one. We have the king, queen of spades, and the 9, which has some playability. The 3 is a complete dangler, though. I think ace, queen, queen. He's showing a lot of interest. Here I think that I think we have to call once. Jesus Christ. Here, I think we're going to pot. I'm going to fold this one. I guess this should be a call sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes I call, sometimes I fold, I guess. Here I think that we have an ace. I think we can bet one. This is very bad. He could have kings, ace, king. He could have something like 10 jack, queen, though we are kind of blocking a bit. A9, king, queen. I think it's a fold there. Also, I think that you can play a bit tighter just because the rake is very, very high on PokerStars. So yeah, I think it's alright to play a bit snag. Well, if he has jacks, so be it. Hopefully he has jack 9 though. Okay. King 5-4. Ten Queen King could be an open, I guess. Here, yeah, we're blocking the kings, but I think you can call. I don't think he has 9 queens, so I think he has aces. And I think I want to bet. Yeah, maybe I should have gone a bit less aggressive because this guy is folding a lot. I mean, he's going to show down just 20% of the time, so yeah, against those guys, maybe you want to size down on the river, but and also he folded very quick, so this is pretty poor sizing there. Let's play ABC. And let's open a third table. I'm going to 3-bet fold to a 4-bet, I think. Okay, I'm going to Nothing about check raising, which is great for us. Yeah, when you see someone for betting, someone who is not even on the hand, I think you can fairly assume he has aces playing PLO. I mean, I'm going to 4-bet, although I do not like the fact that the gap is this is I have a gut shot. I think, well, okay, let's 5 Jack Queen really, but here yeah, sometimes when you lose it's kind of difficult to know if to get a bit results oriented. But yeah, I think just try to play your best poker and do not overthink your strategy, I would say. I mean, it's okay to look at your own strategy and look at GTO solvers and if you want, but 9 Queen. Okay, I'm going to call. Just bet half pot here. I think I just I think that for 9-10 king, I guess could be an open, but see call there. I think we can bet half pot here. We have some I bet half pot here. He's making our hand fuck me. Okay, this guy's this guy's extremely tight, so I'm not going to play with ace king king X against his range because I think he has a lot of aces, I would say, especially I'm blocking the king, so here on that spot I think I can bet and try to represent the flush. I think I have to bluff because I'm really at the bottom of my range and I'm blocking the most important card on the deck. So also I think that my line is makes sense if I had a flash or something here. I think that Fred can still have full houses or Befito for that matter, but yeah. Easy call here. Here I think that I'm going to bet. I don't want to see a turn. This is it's not great. I don't think we do not have queen 9, a queen, so I think we have to fold here. Ace queen, queen 9, we do not hold any 9, and he could have something like 5-6, that's his only bluff, I guess. But I think he could still have something like ace, ace, queen, x, ace, queen, queen, x. I think here we can 3-bet, and I think Dion is opening quite wide. And here we're going all in. Ah, fuck me. Yes. Yes. I mean, I think that I want to review something about that hand. Okay, so here I think 3-betting makes sense. I think he's opening kind of wide with his stats. So let's see what happened. Okay, so here he checks, and then I bet pot. I think that betting and going all in with something like ace, 10 jack, x, 10 jack of spades, I think it's a bit better just because you have a gut shot which had some 16% equity, maybe not all that much, but some equity. But here the problem is that this board connects a lot with his calling range. Yeah, so in fact here, if we put it all in, it's 90, 180, 205. I need 40 something. It's like 43%, something like that. 40, yeah. And in fact, when we go all in, I do not have 40% of equity, so I mean, of course, when I bet the flop, I have to call to his check raise, but maybe it's better just to check back the flop. But anyway, whatever, we won, so that's all that matters. Don't call with those speculative hands on multi-way spot. You really need some nuttiness in order to be on multi-way pots. So even if you have the pot odds pre-flop, this is a bit weird, but this is a bit weird also. I think I'm just going to call just because I don't know what the hell is going on here. I mean, I don't think he has aces, but and now he probably had a straight. I think we can open this. It's not exactly a premium hand by any means, but so I guess it's okay. Here I'm going to put all in. I want to isolate, and we are doing great here. I mean, great. Not more than 50, but I mean, we are not all that dominated, so I think it's okay. Could be a call. And I guess we lost. And he scooped both of them. Ah, fuck me. Obviously, I don't think he has queens. He could have something like 8-10 or something. This is really horrible. Very bad. Okay, 25-50. At 4-6-7, this is absolutely horrible 3-bet. He should even fold or 4-bet, I think. I mean, it's horrible. It's not even double suited, so. This is folding here, I mean. I think we open on middle position, so we still have quite a lot of rundowns. From early position, I mean, if we open from early position, we are not going to have a lot of middle card rundowns, like 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Especially because our BPIP is pretty low, so ace 5, 8, 10. I think I'm going to open because the button is pretty tight and I want to win the button, and this is a hand that on the button is okay to open. Ace 4, 5, king, same reason here, I'm just folding. This is like ace 5, 8, queen rainbow, really. I would call on the big blind. It's 339. I think the book says to fold this. Pretty nice hand there. This is an easy call there, and then I think we can. Here I'm going to pot. I don't think he has 9 jack. Here I'm going to bet very small. So indeed he had 9 jack, which is surprising. It's surprising. Yeah, so I think this comes back to the flop. This guy is betting 29% on the flop, so he's betting very, very tight. Because, I mean, he has the 8, the 9, the jack, and the king is making him a straight, and the ace. So the 8, 8, 9, king, ace. So he has like 16 outs. Well, not really, because he's holding a 9, a king, and a jack. 8, 9, jack, king, ace. So 20, yeah, like 18 outs or something. Well, he has a monster straight draw. So this is a hand that people normally bet. So I think tight passive, yeah, tight passive, that would be his stat. So he's betting on the small blind 11%. We're going to call. We're not happy about our hand. This is very unlucky. That. Let's see what happened here. 2 4 5 6. He called a 3-bet with that hand, which is it's just a mistake. I mean, his hand shouldn't be at all there. Here we're going to go not exactly here. I think we can check, and here we're very happy. Could be a call there. I mean, I'm more focused on the king hand, although I think we won that hand probably. This is very tight opener. Here our hand is, I think we can go to showdown. And we're probably winning. Here, I think he could have I'm going to bet small because I want him to raise me with kings. Let's see what he was home. Or ace queen. Kings or ace queen. Kings, king 10-7. It's like, I mean, great, we have kings, but you know, the connectivity is not that great. Here, I think I'm going to check. Probably checking with all my range because, well, I think Yels is going to have a lot of here. think I'm just going to... No, I'm just going to check. Ah, what the fuck he must be holding? Well, with that particular hand, yeah, I think with his never ahead, I think this is at the bottom of his range, and with the 10, I think he should probably bluff. The thing is that... I know he has to pair, Yeah, I think this is a great check back. Yeah, he has to check back. Yeah, maybe I should have bet because I'm not blocking pairs. And his betting on the river is pretty tight, so... Yeah. So... Three, 4, Jack 10, pretty bad hand. It's a bit unfortunate. Pretty ugly hand with 3 clubs. The 3 is a complete end. Here yeah, I'm going to bet half pot. I don't like though. Here I have a redraw, so if he has king 10, I'm doing great. So 7, 9, king jack. I think we can call. This is not great by any means, but if the raise was to 3.5, I think it's okay. 3, 6. I don't think he has 4, 5. Let me stop. I don't think he has 4, 5 or 8, 9. So I think we are like only playing against one player. 7, 8 jack. This is a bit tight, but at the same time, 7, 8 jack. It's much better to have something like 7, 10 jack. So yeah, normally I prefer to play with 100 big blinds because I'm more used to that stack, and yeah, also I don't want to play with 200 big blinds and then lose a big pot, because then I start to steam just a little bit. I'm going to call. I'm a bit afraid that this guy could 3-bet, although here it's absolutely mandatory to fold, obviously. If he check raise with king queen, then we are okay. If he check raise with a flush draw, well, we don't like folding, but he's going to have quite a lot of equity against our hand anyway. So here we have an I mean, not easy, but I think we have to call. We do not hold an ace on our hand, which is, and this d8-8-3. I think I'm going to call because I have some. The ace is the worst hand on the deck, obviously, because well, he can obviously have aces here, so, and he has ace X. Okay, I led here with the blockers and the diamonds blockers, so seven eight jack. I mean, semi-connected, not really, not worth an open. I am O. I'm going to call this and here we're in a pretty bad spot because here as well, I mean 8, 9, 10, it's almost impossible to win. Here I think I have an easy check back. Let me see. Bad. Like that 4-5. Yeah. Okay. Here it's a fold, in my opinion. Those kings are very bad. On the cutoff I would open any two kings, but so I'm going to play one more round and then I would close. The 7 is not, we do not hold a spade, we do not hold a 7. So I think we have to fold here, unfortunately. I'm going to open with the ace king. Not a great hand by any means. So yeah, so those are our results. Not that it matters because we didn't play a lot of hands, but I think what is worth mentioning is that we won 190, but we were pretty lucky. Yeah, I think this is the most important line. On the mount, we've been playing at 16 big blinds over 100, but obviously the sample size it's only 1,666. And yeah, I think the BB over 100, the expected in pot limit Omaha, I don't know, is it like 40 big blinds over 100? And but then when you play 16 of those, and yeah, so it's not longer 40 big blinds over 100, but the standard deviation is 20 big blinds over 100. How do I know that? Because if one draw distributes with a normal of 0 and the standard deviation is 40 big blinds over 100, and we play 16 of those draws, then the standard deviation is going to be 40 multiplies square root of 16. So 40 times 4 is 160 big blind over 100 standard. That's the standard deviation. And because we play 16 times, if we want to express it over 100 hands, then the standard deviation is 10 big blinds over 100. Right? Let me write it down. So I'm assuming that the 40 big blinds over 100. Well, if you want, well, when you play when you play 100 hands, those distribute with the mood expectancy is 0 and the standard deviation is 40 big blinds. So if you play 16 times this distribution, then your expectancy is going to be 0, 40 times square root of 16. So 40 times 4. Why is that? Well, because if something distributes, well, we are going to assume this distributes normal, which it doesn't, but I think this is not that relevant, because if we invoke the central limit theorem, when n tends to infinity, then everything is going to distribute normal. So anyway, so when we play 16 of these distributions, our winnings is going to distribute like that, n0 40 times 4, this being the standard deviation, and this is the expectancy. So because we want to express this in big blinds over 100 hands, we have to divide this in 16, and so we arrive to n0 10 big blinds over 100. So our winnings distribute like that. I mean, yeah, in 100 hands, our winnings distribute like that. And we have average 0, 16, 62. So if our true expectancy is to win 0 big blinds over 100, then we are at 1.6 big blinds of that distribution. So we're pretty confident that we are a winning player. So anyway, I'm going to close it here. And yeah, so guys, have fun, see you later.